We chew the fat and give our gut reactions on all things pop culture, film, TV and theatre. We talk to legends in the creative industry and those on the rise. We game old school. We support independent creatives. Got a project? Tell us about it. Get in touch. We do all of this, and a whole lot more. Like, subscribe, get involved. Join Lance Steen, Anthony Nielsen, and the Outcasts Creative.
Hello. How you doing on this Friday afternoon? That means it's nearly the weekend, time for most of us to go out and have some fun. If you haven't got that planned, well, I have. So sorry about that. Wanted to do an unscheduled quick live. That means that almost no one will be watching this because it wasn't in the schedule until about half an hour ago. But I wanted to give a shout out to Cyberdog. Cyberdog are a clothing store which have been running in Camden Market since 1994. Very much a kind of mum and pup operation, small family run business when they started out, specializing in unique clubbing clothing, all their own designs, their own label, their own emblem. Many of you will know the brand, and you may well have seen me wearing stuff by Cyberdog, like this hat on my YouTube channel before. I've also got a t-shirt on right now as well. And I'm even wearing stuff of theirs in my avatar. In fact, my Cyberdog glasses are in that avatar. And you can buy their stuff online, or you can visit their store in Camden. They used to have a couple of other stores in the UK, but I think they consolidated, you know, when the retail sector was hit. But this is a brand that's been going for, I've been buying clothes from them since they were just a little market stall in 1994. Then I think around sort of 97, 98, they moved into a longer set of arches, still quite a small store. And that store gradually expanded until they outlived that space. And then they moved into their current location, which is the massive space on 3 floors. It's a fantastic experience. Just going in their shop is an experience. Sometimes they have DJs playing in there behind the DJ booth on Saturdays and Sundays occasionally. That will usually be announced on their social media. In fact, my friend Sassy has played there many times. Now, people will know that I go clubbing every week. I'm often dancing on the stage or a podium if I can get on one. And all the kind of gear that I wear, most of it comes from Cyberdog. I say 90% of my clubbing clothing comes from Cyberdog. So it was much to my dismay a few weeks ago. Hey, Suzanne, how's it going? Yeah, their clothing is very cool. It was much to my dismay a few weeks ago when my bag was stolen from a pub outside of Ministry of Sound. I was just about to go and dance at Ministry of Sound, and I lost absolutely everything in that bag, including my Cyberdog glasses, my fan that lights up. I lost a t-shirt. I lost my passport at the time, my travel pass at the time, both of which have been replaced. So both of those are null and void now. I lost some personal things, including a personal photograph. The bag itself that I lost was actually quite personal. I'd had that rucksack since 2013. It was made of Kevlar, which is the same thing as body armor, which is why it lasted so long. And I got that from a boutique bag store in Heathrow. And I had that bag for ages. And anyway, we went outside to take a photograph of all of us that are going to Unity in Corfu. And, when that photograph was taken, my bag was stolen. So I was rather upset. And of course, probably a professional thief. But yeah, so that happened so quick that I was, as you can imagine, I was quite dismayed. I lost about 650 quid's worth of stuff. It took me £160 to replace the passport alone. This is the gang. This is the photograph, actually. You can see even in this photo, I've got a Cyberdog top on. Got my Cyberdog trousers on in that picture. Anyway, so all of that stuff got nicked, and I lost my iPod, and I lost my headphones as well. That was the last thing I replaced last weekend. But I really couldn't afford to replace everything. First thing I got back was my light whip, which is kind of an essential thing for me dancing. But I wrote to Cyberdog because I must have spent probably, I don't know, must be almost hitting the $5,000 mark, I would think, in the years that they've been going, because I've had over 20 pairs of trousers from them, probably around 60 t-shirts at least. I've had about 3 or 4 hoodies of varying types. I've had a couple of different belts. I've bought things for girlfriends as well, including sort of Cyberdog dancing outfits and stuff like that. So over the years, I have spent quite a lot. I've bought probably about 100 glow sticks from that store. I bought my first light whip from there. Also fans, and of course the Cyberdog glasses as well. And underwear, Cyberdog underwear, I also have. So I wrote them a very nice letter. I explained what had happened. I gave them the crime number. And there'd been talk about me coming in to dance in the store before, when a DJ's on with the light whip and stuff, which one of the staff had seen my videos of me dancing and said, "Oh, you should come in and do that here when we've got the DJs on, and we'll give you like a goodie bag or something." And I would have done it for nothing anyway. But yeah, so I wrote to the store owner or manager, explained what happened, and asked if I could come in and dance and get a replacement pair of glasses. Well, not only did they give me a replacement pair of glasses, they also replaced my t-shirt and my fan. So I just got back. I've got there's the glasses here. In fact, they're actually charging right behind here right now because I'm going to wear them tomorrow. The t-shirt, they didn't have the t-shirt I wanted, actually. The one that I got stolen, they didn't have it in my size, but I just got a different one. So I picked up this one, which is, I always like the ones with the logo because I really love this logo. And I'm like a walking advert for the store when I go out. I mean, I don't mind because their gear is so good. But yeah, let me throw that over there. So yeah, I just wanted to say thanks. It's kind of small. Life is quite hard at the moment, generally. And it's small acts of kindness like this that make life a little bit more bearable, So I wanted to come on, and I have plugged Cyberdog on my channel before. It's come up before, sometimes during the Nielsen ratings and sometimes during film reviews, actually, when we get into kind of Blade Runner and stuff like that. I might suddenly think to give the store a plug. So this isn't the first time I've plugged it, but this is the first time I've done a stream. Specifically, thank them from the bottom of my heart, really, for showing me a bit of kindness as a loyal customer who's been coming there since the early days when it was just a stall, when you had stores also like Spank who were doing their thing. That might sound like a surreptitious title for a shop, but it was all clubbing clothing with a pretty cool logo. And there was another one called Hex. Don't know if you guys remember Hex. That was there as well. And then you had Cyberdog, who was kind of like that was the king of those. But there were 4 or 5 of them at the beginning, all like little indie clothing brands, all clubbing clothing brands. The others have all gone now, and Cyberdog is the one that survived. So I've always gone back there, and of course, since my journey back into raving a couple of years ago as a way of coping with my PTSD, it's been an absolute vital part of my journey. So I'm going to put the link in the chat for Cyberdog there. for anyone who wants to check it out. And in fact, I will add that link to the stream because I think I forgot to put it in. I'll add that as well, so that'll be in there. In fact, I think I can do that now. Let me just do that quickly. What's great about about YouTube is you can even edit the information while you're live. So I'm going to add this to a couple of my different playlists, this video. So it will turn up in more than one place. And let me just pop the link in for the store. I'm not going to put all my usual blurb. Don't need that. There we go. Right, so if we save that, if you refresh the page now, the link will be down there. And I have just put it in the chat. Yeah, so I came back to raving in 2023 after a rather long hiatus. Didn't used to go dancing much when I was married. And then sort of off the back of my separation and also then the events of 2022, some stuff happened in my life. I got diagnosed with severe PTSD. I'm not going to get into all that now, but I did write a blog about it, and I'll put the link in for that, and you can find that blog here. And then not long after writing that blog was when I realized, I really need something in my life that makes me happy. And when I was younger, I used to dance all the time. My mother was a dancer. She was a choreographer and a ballet teacher. And then I used to dance in a couple of clubs back in the 90s, early 90s. So going back dancing really was the thing that sorted out my head. Not only has it been great for my mental and physical well-being. Cyberdog keychain, just bought that today. I still spent 80 quid in the store today, by the way. Being the loyal customer that I am, even though they gave me these freebies. So yeah, so basically, going back to dancing has been vital. I've also made like loads of friends. I mean, I'm in my 50s now, so you don't make a lot of friends when you're in your 50s, or at least traditionally not. And going back to dancing at quite a late age might seem quite unusual, but I'm not going out at 11 o'clock at night and coming back at 6 o'clock. I'm going to day raves. So they start at midday, 1 o'clock, and they finish at 9 or 10 o'clock. So by midnight, you're tucked up in bed with a cup of tea, watching Family Guy or whatever. Writing these blogs and kind of dancing and all of that led me to decide, because I'm a writer by trade, for anyone who doesn't know that, and I decided to write a book called Back to Raving at 50, and it's a journal of my experiences of the last 2 years, and actually Cyberdog will get a massive mention in that. I mean, they've already got loads of mentions in the book anyway, but I'll be specifically mentioning this today. So to show you the document for that I'm working on at the minute, let me share screen again. It's here. So this is Vellum, which is writing software, and these are the chapters of the book on the left. So this is the whole stuff. There's a big theme in the book about mental health, and I talk with no holds barred about various other topics, including recreational drug use, of course, and all the other things that are connected to that scene. I've talked about all the different brands, Peach, Orange, Frantic, Labyrinth, Epidemic, Rain Dance, all of the big boys. I've been to most of their events now, so there's a description of those in the book, as well as sort of my personal insights into all of this. And then I also interviewed a huge number of people on this scene, because I interview people on my channel anyway. So this book will be coming out about September time. And these are the different chapters here. So you can see it's I do cover my early clubbing years, but the meat of the book is 2023 to the present day. So yeah, there you go. So let me just close that down. Suzanne says, "You're brave. I'm almost 60 now." Well, you know what? See, look, I've still got my hair, just about. There are people on this scene who are way older than me. I mean, way older than me, who are going out and dancing every weekend. And remember, it is day raves. So, you know, a lot of people go to the gym 5 times a week. They do a 3-4 hour workout. The way I look at it is I'm going to the gym once a week on a Saturday, and I'm doing a 6-hour workout. And I'm doing that every week, most weeks. So most of these weeks, for me, this is a mostly sober journey for me, because I can't be doing all that nonsense at my age. You know, it's been great. I've lost loads of weight. Mentally, I feel a lot better, and like I said, I've made a lot of new friends. Anyway, so just to wrap this up, because this isn't a long stream, Suzanne, thanks for popping in. I don't know if I've seen you in the chat before. It was fantastic of Cyberdog. Yeah, the Cyberdog stepped up and replaced, you know, 3 of the key things I lost. I'd already bought a new light whip, so I literally ordered that on Amazon the day of the theft. So do support Cyberdog. Check them out if you're out of London and you're looking for some new clubbing threads. On the t-shirts, by the way, give you a word of advice. I would always order a t-shirt the size above. If you're a guy, always order the t-shirt a size above, because the t-shirts, I wouldn't say that they exactly shrink, because they've got logos on. They do tend to contract after a few washes, and I find that if I've bought a size above the size I need, so I was an XL instead of a large, then that's a nice fit for me, and generally it stays comfortable. I mean, actually, they're dropping off me now, because I've lost nearly 2 stone since I started dancing again. Hello, Paul. So just a quick stream to thank these guys. You know, they gave me, I think, about 100 quid's worth of stuff today. And I mean, all the staff in that shop know me. I've been going there for years. In fact, I had a good chat with the lad who's on the till from Scotland. I had a good chat with him literally the week before all my stuff got nicked. In fact, I think I came in, I might have even come in the day before now I think about it. I think I did. I think I came in the day before and bought all their glow sticks. So, yeah. All right. So that's it from me. Thank you very much, Cyberdog. And for those people on that scene, go and check out their gear, because it's absolutely fantastic stuff. And I can't recommend it more highly.
Every club is different, but in the asylum, it's the manager. He has a string of homeboys dealing the pucketees to the party people in the club. He makes the most coin out of this enterprise. His homies will make just a couple of quid on each pucker. His homies are also scoping for other dealers on the block. When the homies have an illegitimate pucketee dealer in their website, they tell the bouncers. The bouncers grip him, nab his stash, and kick him out with a physical warning. Gives the pucketees to their homies, and they knock out to the kids in the club. What's your name? What have you had? Reach for the lasers. Safe as fuck.